What fast food chain is hugely overrated? Panera. People think it is healthy food. It is not even remotely healthy. I got food for my family of 4 there for the first time in years. I was shocked at the price tag. It's a pricey place to get a drive-through sandwich and soup. It's priced like they make it all from scratch when you can buy it all in plastic bags at Schnucks. Before I moved to Panera, bought and took over a local bakery type shop that did literally the same thing. Breads and soups and shit. The prices went up about 50% and the quality dropped a ton. I'd why people eat there. Panera. Why bother when you can't even get the bread right? Hard as a rock. I took a bite of a corner of a sandwich from there once. The bread was so hard that the corner was sharp, and because I was in a hurry to scarf it down, I didn't take the time to chew as much. On the way down, that thing actually scratched my esophagus and it hurt like a bitch every time I ate or drank anything for the next week. Their bread is the only thing I like. I guess I just like hard bread. I love their baguettes when freshly baked, but maybe I'm biased because I'm a baker there. I'm just here to fight anybody that says Culver's. Culver's has great cod sandwiches. Yeah, their fish is on point for sure. Ate at one for the first time ever a couple weeks back. I was pleasantly surprised. It's like how Steak and Shake used to be. Damn good food and custard at reasonable price. Also, only other fast food chain I've seen rival Chick-fil-A's efficiency/customer service. Edit, I have offended some, and realized my mistake. Custard and ice cream are not one and the same. Please forgive my insolence. Was going to say Subway, but there are people who believe it's healthier than most other chains. Does anyone actually love Burger King? Who is keeping that chain in business all this time? Burger King isn't the greatest, but it can't be overrated, because we all know what to expect from it. The quality of food, customer service and the actual store usually lacks, but it always tastes the same. Burger King is for something hot, cheap and fast. I usually get their double cheeseburgers when I just need food and not in the mood for anything. Sounds like an ex-GF of mine. The original chicken sandwich still slaps. Sonic. I grew up in an area that has relentless Sonic commercials while not a single Sonic existed within a 4-hour drive radius. Finally had it on a road trip after years of being teased and was very underwhelmed. Years later, and I live in an area with an abundance of Sonics. I went one more time to confirm my disappointment, then swore it off for good. Oddly, besides the gimmicky things about them that are fun to experience, pretend it's 1954 and drive into your own private parking spot to order food that will be roller skated out to you. The only thing I can really say without a doubt I like more about Sonic than anywhere else is their tiny little ice cubes that I know have been scientifically designed to be the most pleasing form of ice for people like me who enjoy crunching on ice. Oh, and the fact that they have tots, the superior fried potato conveyance method which no other fast food chain in my area has. As someone who's a light tiki cocktail enthusiast, I can tell you that 9/10 when I got to Sonic it's to buy a bag of their Pebble Ice. Makes for great cocktails, and I just haven't hit the point of getting my own Pebble Ice machine yet. As a European person who sees more and more US food chains pop up here, I am very confident in saying Papa John's and Five Guys were some of the most disappointing places I've ever eaten. I remember when Five Guys was just starting to get popular, at least around me, 15 years ago, and their burgers were amazing for the price, $5 for a burger. Now if you want a burger and fries it's at least $15. I don't think the burgers got worse, just the value declined. Yep. Five Guys is delicious. Is it $20 delicious? That's a different argument. Five Guys fluctuates menu pricing based upon their cost. Articles have been written on it, like I dunno, 10 years ago there was a tomato shortage but Five Guys wouldn't budge on their offerings and so they just priced it all up. Never was a discount place compared to the alternative faster foods, but has in my opinion always focused on quality. Granted, it's been 5 years since I've eaten at one. Peter's Drive-In in Alberta. Burgers are complete trash, that's for sure. Was gonna comment this, glad someone else agrees. They have good shakes, but that's about it. Kalmar Burger Bar is where it's at. Are they really that bad? I was going to try the one that opened in Edmonton eventually. Five Guys, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in the UK it is outrageously overpriced. Same in America. Tried them once and decided the taste wasn't nearly worth the cost. First time I went I spent $65 to feed a family of 5, I only spent $25 at In-N-Out to feed 6 people. I fed myself alone for nearly $20, it's ridiculous. All KFC chains here in HK it's so shit, chicken isn't crispy and they're super stingy on what they give you. I'm more of a chicken thigh/breast kinda guy, but they're like no, can't give you just breasts because the picture says so. You KFC Hong Kong. That's why whenever I visit HK I take a gamble trying out local spots compared to the famous international chains, no contest. But Café de Coral and Fairwood are my guilty pleasures since they represent modern Asian cafeterias. Yoshinoya in HK is pretty damn good though. If I wanted good deep fried chicken here I'd go Jollibee because that's the closest to a UK KFC or the other type of KFC, Korean fried chicken, really not a fan of Fairwood, like there's not much options available. My go-to would be Café de Coral ESP for lunch. I do like Yoshinoya as well. Who can forget Tamjai Samjer, large portion and relatively cheap. Papa John's. The pizza is mediocre at best and worse than all other national chains. Only reason I ever eat it is that it's about half the price of the next cheapest place that puts that kind of garlic sauce in the box. I'm almost tempted to have 40 pizzas in 30 days. The day of reckoning will come. The garlic sauce and pepperoncinis are the only reason I ever get it. I don't live near a Papa John's, but when I go to the city I always buy my body weight in garlic sauce cups to take home. Canadian here. Not sure if it qualifies, but Tim Hortons. Having lived in the US my whole life, I've never had the chance to try Tim Hortons. A close relative of mine used to travel to Canada a lot for business. He said back in the day they were great, but like everywhere else over the years they started cutting corners to save cash and the quality dropped. It all started to unravel when they got bought by the Brazilian company and stopped baking fresh donuts. They've gone from iconic Canadian brand to bottom of the barrel, basically. Similar to Dunkin' Donuts. When I was a kid they were a local chain, not a national one, and they baked everything in each store every day. It was really good. Can't comment on coffee quality, I was too young. But the donuts used to be so good. They grew and grew and stopped making everything fresh and now they're just a generic blah national chain. Tacos, 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 tacos. Terry's been turning tricks up on the roof again. God, I miss that show. Reno 911, right? Yeah, they recently made another movie. Terry might be my favorite character of all time. Tim Hortons. It's what I get when there's nothing else. Even your roll up the rim, which is now a lame app since COVID, can't get me to choose your coffee over say, McDonald's or A&W. I had to scroll way too far for this. Their donuts and Timbits are the best thing there, and even those aren't anything special. Their sandwiches are absolute trash and their coffee can't even compete with McDonald's. Isn't that because Tim's was bought by some other company and they changed their coffee, and now MCD uses the old TH coffee? I heard that, but didn't verify it for myself. Their donuts and Timbits are the best thing there, and even those aren't anything special. I know someone who worked there while they replaced the fryers with microwaves and freezers. They used to be made daily on site. Not anymore. P. F. Chang's. Take a delicious cuisine and give it the Applebee's treatment. It's not inedible, but it's insane to go there when there are so many good non-chain places around. Best answer. Family-owned Chinese places are better and half the price. I can't stand PF. Chang's. I'll take Great Wall or Golden Walk, you know your town has one, over that chain any day. When I finally went to PF Chang's I was like, is this it? I can get this anywhere and it will taste better. KFC. IDK how old y'all are, but I remember KFC being better in my younger years. In this case, I don't think it's rose-colored glasses, I honestly think the quality has declined. Taco Bell, too. More than most. 34 here and I definitely remember KFC being so much better years ago. If I had to pinpoint when the decline started, to me it was sometime around 2010 to 2012. I got a bucket and took it to my parents, I remember my dad saying how it tastes a little different and how it seemed greasier than it has before. I thought it was just my local place, but then I started noticing the same at other stores I stopped at around the state.